Hey guys, Vanny K here with another video on my CZ75 ACCU Shadow Light. There's been a couple of questions on the proper way to disassemble this gun. I don't really think there's a right way or a wrong way to disassemble it, but this is how I do it, and it saves me a little bit of spring tension and me possibly firing my little bushing retainer across the room or something like that. So first things first, obviously you're going to make sure that the gun is empty, it's unloaded. Then you're going to break it down, and it breaks down just like a standard SP01 or a CZ75. You line up the little marks back here on the slide. And sorry, the lighting, there we go, the lighting's not the greatest here, but line those up, and then you're just going to use your magazine base pad or something to push your takedown lever, pop it up, grab it, and you're going to pull it out. So I've got that out. Your slide's just going to slide off. The parts in question are the upper. So I'm not going to break down the rest of the slide or the rest of the gun, like the grip and in the frame there. The rest of this, there's plenty of videos out there on taking apart a SP01 or a CZ75 or whatever. It's the same breakdown, it just doesn't have a firing pin block because it's a Shadow model. But this is the part that's in question. So some people say they're taking this and they're pushing down on this, and you can see that moves a little bit, and then they unthread their bushing. I don't do that because there's spring tension on there if I do it that way first, and I don't want to fire parts across the room. I've had plenty of experiences doing that. So the first thing I do is just like I break down like a Glock or anything else, I'm going to take the guide rod out, and it just slides right out. I'll show you this guide rod too. Some people are saying they're having troubles with their guide rods binding up and stuff when they're putting the gun back together. Mine looks like this. I've got a 2014 ACCU Shadow. So maybe this is different. Maybe, maybe they fixed an issue or something. I don't know. But I've never had an issue with that. Next thing I'm going to do when I break this apart, you can't get the barrel out until you take the bushing out because of the lockup on it. And you can see this little tab right here, how it sticks out and it holds that bushing. And I'm just going to tap that in like that. And then I'm going to unthread the bushing. It's real easy to do. I've never needed the bushing wrench or anything like that. It's never been that tight. So take that bushing out, set that aside for a little bit later. Then the barrel will pop right out, and then that little cap, I just tip it up and it just falls right out. This is what my little cap looks like. I don't know. I know another guy said he had an older style one of these, or he thought he did. This is what mine looks like. It's the 2014 version, so I'm assuming this is the newest version. Never had an issue with this hanging up or anything either. So there you have it. That's it. Taking it apart, you're going to have 5 pieces, 6 pieces at this point, that go into the slide or whatever. You can break this down further if you need to, but this was the area that was in question. When I'm putting it back together, I'm going to basically do the same thing in reverse. I got to get the barrel in there, so I usually do that first so I don't forget it, because you have to have the barrel in there before you put the bushing in there. Or you can't get the bushing in. Then I'm going to slide my little cap in, and I'm just going to tip it up and leave it up like that, so it helps, gravity helps hold it in. And I'm going to thread the bushing back in. Again, I've never needed a wrench for this or anything. They did supply me with one, but I've never had to use it. I don't know if that's good or bad or indifferent. I don't think it matters. You can go past where that bushing needs to go, and you can kind of see that. You just tip it back a little bit, or tilt or turn it back a little bit if you do go past that, and then tip the slide upside down, and now you can see that little your little cup sticks out and holds that bushing. It holds that bushing in place. So once I've got that there, the next thing is just putting the guide rod, the spring back on the guide rod, and putting it back together. I'd read where one guy's having problems with this. I've never had an issue with that either. It just slides right in there. It goes into your cup, and then it just goes right back like it should, and then everything's put back together, and it's ready to go. You just take it and slide it back on the upper of your gun and put your takedown rod back in. So hopefully this helped clear up some stuff for some people. Again, I don't think there is any right or wrong way on breaking down, getting that bushing out of there and all that stuff. It's just a preference thing. I do it this way because it relieves the spring tension. So hopefully that answers your guys' questions.